students. So today we are continuing with the chapter Our Environment. Last day we read up to biotic and abiotic components of environment. Today we are going to read about major domains of the earth, that is lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. First we are going to read about lithosphere. So what is lithosphere? As you can see in this picture, this is a picture where we can see lithosphere. Lithosphere is the land surface of the earth. Okay, so this part in the picture is lithosphere. Is that clear? Mountain, plain, and the inside the sea, that part is also lithosphere. So, what is lithosphere? It is the solid crust on the hard top layer of the earth. So, it is the solid crust, the layer crust on the or we can say it is the hard top layer of the earth. Okay, then lithosphere has many ups and downs. It consists of different types of landscape such as mountain, plateaus, hills, valley, etc. So all these things are part of lithosphere. This is not only plain, it has both up and down surface, which we know as mountains, plateaus, hills, valleys, etc. These landscape are found over the continent and ocean floor. So this form we don't only find this in the land form, we don't only find it on the continent but also in the ocean's floor. Under the ocean also there are mountains, plains and hills. Okay, and ocean floor is also consist of lithosphere. That hard surface is called as lithosphere. Okay, lithosphere is made up of various rocks and minerals. Lithosphere is covered with a thin layer of soil. So rocks, it is made up of? It is made up of rock and minerals and also the thin layer of soil. The soil helps to grow different types of plants and shrubs, which provides food only to human beings, not only to human beings but also animal. Okay, so this soil which is on the top layer of the lithosphere helps to grow green vegetables or foods which are helpful not only for human being but also for animals, right? The lithosphere is also known as the home of different plants and animals. So we know that we live on lithosphere. So this is the home for different plants and as well as different kinds of animals. It is a source of various mineral resources such as coal, aluminium, manganese, lead, zinc, oil, etc. So all these things are found in lithosphere. A great source of minerals or the petroleum oil that we use for to run our vehicles or run the industries are also found from where? From the lithosphere. Okay, it provides land for growing crops and human settlements, and also we know that we can grow vegetation on lithosphere and we can make our home only on lithosphere. On air can we make home? No, we can make home only on lithosphere, only on our earth surface. So this was all about lithosphere. Okay, now we are going to read about atmosphere. So we know that atmospheres is consist of different layers, and in the picture you can see those layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. The nearest layer of atmosphere where which is above us is, or the nearest layer is, troposphere, then the stratosphere, then mesosphere, then thermosphere and then exosphere. Okay, what is atmosphere? The thin layer of air that surrounds the earth is known as atmosphere, we know that there is air and different kinds of gas present in our planet, and that layer of air which surround Earth and which consist of different gases are known as atmosphere. Okay, it reaches up to a height of 16,000 kilometer from the earth's surface. It covers up to 16,000 kilometer from the earth's surface. The atmosphere held around the earth by gravitational force. Why it is close to the earth? Because of gravitational force. It consists of various gases such as oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, neon, ozone, etc., as well as dust and water vapor. Atmosphere acts as thick blanket which protect us from harmful ultraviolet rays of sun. So atmosphere is very much necessary for the survival of human being because it protect us like a thick layer of blanket which controls the harmful ultraviolet rays to enter the earth from entering the earth. Okay, the changes in the atmosphere bring change in the weather and climate. Air provides us all weather related phenomena such wind, rain, etc. And because of this air and because of the presence of atmosphere, we have different kinds of climatic and weather changes, which is also very much necessary. Atmosphere acts as a big air conditioner, moderating the extreme of heat and cold. It contains life giving gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. So, this much for atmosphere. We know that it acts like a big air conditioner which controls the heat and extreme heat and also the extreme cold. Okay, so this was all about atmosphere. Now, what is hydrosphere? The domain of water is referred to as hydrosphere. Oceans, seas, lakes, and river collectively form hydrosphere. So, the part of the world which is covered by water, okay, is known as hydrosphere. All the water related things comes under it. And we know that the most part of the 17% of the world is covered with water, and that means it is consist of hydrosphere. Oceans, seas, lakes, and rivers collectively form the hydrosphere. It's essential for human beings, plants, and animals. Without water, life is not possible. And about 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. So this is the picture of hydrosphere, how it works, and the water on the earth because of heat it transforms to water vapor, then it forms the cloud, then it again comes in the form of rain, and again this cycle continues, right? And this is the picture of hydrosphere, right? And underground water is also comes under hydrosphere. So hydrosphere it provides us great variety of seafood and minerals. We get food, seafoods, and different useful minerals from hydrosphere. It provides us natural link between the continent. We can travel from one part of the earth to another part through this hydrosphere also. It links the continent. Oceans are the main component of the hydrosphere. The elevation of any landform is measured by the ocean floor. It is also used as means of transport by the people. Okay, so this was all about hydrosphere. Now we are going to biosphere. What is biosphere? It means the living world. It contains all form of life such as plants, animals, human beings, etc. Biosphere is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water, air interact with each other to support life. So biosphere is where we live. It is the part where air, water, human beings, and plants, animals all live together, and it is a zone where land, water, and air meets or interact with each other to support life. Without these three, life is not possible. Without land, water, and air, life is not possible in the world. The place where it interact is called as biosphere. So this is the picture of biosphere, where you can see hydrosphere, where you can see hydrosphere, lithosphere. Atmosphere is meeting together is known as hydrosphere, and life form biosphere, and life form is only possible in biosphere. You can see animal there, then sea animals, sea creatures are also there. So where it means it's called as biosphere. Okay, and without biosphere, life is not possible. So it is a significant part of the earth. It is the part of the earth that is occupied by living organism. Okay, it extends from less than 100 kilometer 11 kilometer below the earth surface to the tropopause. So it contains very less area, which is of 11 kilometer from sea level to tropopause. It provides us with favorable condition for life. It is the place where life form is possible, and it is full of plants and animals, right? Both the biotic and abiotic environment are interdependent and provide a variety of food and raw materials. All the plants, animals, and human beings depend on their surrounding. This interaction between the human beings and their surrounding form an ecosystem. And here we know that both the biotic and abiotic environment is dependent on each other, and where the animal human beings meet in a surrounding, and these things when it meets form the ecosystem. Okay, the interaction between the human beings and its surroundings form the ecosystem. So now we are going to read about ecosystem. What is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is a system formed by the interaction of all living organisms with each other and with their environment. Ecosystem is formed because of the interaction of the living organisms with its environment, okay, through the transfer of energy and materials. We know we are dependent. Whatever present in the atmosphere or in the biosphere is dependent on each other. This dependency create the ecosystem. Okay, in other words, it refers to a community of plants and animals within a particular physical environment, which is linked by a flow of materials through the non-living as well as living section of the systems. All plants and animals and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. So we depend on our surrounding or our environment where we are living. Okay, so that place where we are living, with our help of the our environment, that small area is called as ecosystem. Let me give you a very easy example to make you understand. For example, take an example of a small part of a table which had become damaged. Wooden table which has damaged, and if ants the broken and it has broken, and ants made their home in that broken part. So that part where ants are living, and there are some small organisms also there which we can't see with our naked eyes. So there also some organisms are living, ants are living, some insects are living. So that part is their ecosystem. Okay, so it can be a very small micro ecosystem, and overall it can be of any size. So and the bigger part of the whole world, if we see it together, it is also a ecosystem. There is a ecosystem of desert, there is a ecosystem of ocean. Okay, so the small area where plants animals depends on their immediate surrounding is called ecosystem. This is the relation among the living organism as well as the relation between the organisms and their surrounding form an ecosystem. This is why Kerala, with heavy downpour, has lush green fields and coconut plantation, elephants and other animals, whereas in Rajasthan it doesn't rain much. There is kikar and sand everywhere. Also, it has camels, snakes, lizards, etc. So, the type of animals or type of foods or type of lifestyle depend on their ecosystem. Okay, the animals that we see in Kerala will not be available in Rajasthan. Okay, and this is because of the ecosystem. Okay, as there are more, because of heavy rainfall, there are coconut trees, there are banana trees, therefore we have animals like elephant there in Kerala. But in Rajasthan there is no amount, less an amount of rainfall, and that is why it's very dry, and we have animals like lizard, camel, etc. there. Also, in this way, we find that animals and vegetation and way of people life vary from place to place. This shows that they are related to each other. Okay, and all these things depend on each other. Lifestyle of people also depend on their ecosystem. Their food habits depend. The people of Rajasthan, what they eat are not similar to what we eat. Why? Because the things which are available are not available there, and which are available there is not available here. This way, our food habits, our lifestyle, all these things depends on our ecosystem. Okay, we know all that plants and animals depend on each other. Animal depends on plants from their food. Also, plants provide oxygens to animals to breathe in. This keeps the environment clean and provides shelter to animals. On the other hand, animal provides carbon dioxide which plants use for making their food. So we know that how plants and animals are dependent. So oxygen, we get oxygen from plants, right? And this gives the environment clean and provide shelter to animal. On the other hand, animal provide carbon dioxide which plant use for making their food. This way, plants are dependent on us and we are dependent on plants, right? Similarly, dead and decaying animals provide nutrients to for plants to grow, and also plants get nutrients to grow from the dead animals and their fossils, right? So this way all of these are related. Huge rainforest, grassland, desert, hills, mountains, oceans, river, lakes, ponds, etc. can form an ecosystem. An ecosystem can be permanent or temporary. Okay, an ecosystem can be natural or artificial. So, the example which I have given, like ocean, is a natural ecosystem. But can you give me an example of artificial ecosystem? Okay, let me tell you. The aquarium that you see in some places or someone's home, that aquarium is a artificial ecosystem. Okay. Mm, and natural ecosystem is created by nature itself, while artificial ecosystem is created by human being. Reinforced desert, ponds, river, etc. are the example of rainforest, desert, ponds, river, sea. All these are example of natural ecosystem, whereas aquarium is an example of an artificial ecosystem. So I hope you have understood what is ecosystem. If you find any doubt, you can ask. Okay, so we are ending this chapter here and we will continue with the chapter in our next video. So thank you students, we are ending it here today.